Hello and welcome back to Vanessa's podcast and the Creative Art 16. Today I have Diana Mirrelle Acevedo, and she is an author of a poetry book that she recently published on June 12, 2022. It's a Spanish version, 26 pages. It's a poetry book. So hi, Mirrelle. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for inviting me.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, like where you reside, like what inspired you to write poetry, and a little bit about your book.
Okay, well, I've been in literature for 10 years, mostly since I was 18.
Oh wow!
I'm 28 now, and I decided just to go to the poetry side completely. I gave up all my life to literature, which is my passion. And when it came to the time that I needed to decide what to write about, I decided to write about poetry, because poetry it's like an image, like a small image or a story that you can get the beauty in just few words and very precise words. So that's
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
That's why I decided to write poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And then about Aztecs, it was because I'm from Mexico City, so all my tradition was mainly based in Mexico City. And even that I read 6 years Latin culture and Roman culture, because it's like a passion that I have too. I decided to write more about Aztec because Aztec it's really, really what I can show to the world, that I can really it's my culture. It's like rooted down on myself. So that's why I decided Aztec. So, well, yeah, all Mexican people in Mexico City, we still have the history alive. It's not really dead. You know what I mean? It's really something that we have everywhere. Phrases, even like jokes, all the time we have it. So it's pretty like,
yeah, that's really great that you keep that alive, and it feels incrusted in you, like from generation to generation. And then I'm sure someone is reading your poetry, they're going to feel that in the words and the beauty of the poetry of you, how you put it together. So what part of the book you consider it the best and why?
the book is this book. I like this book because this is like a story. And the first poem says something about like, why are we here? Like, but it says related to the God, but God is not God from Latin culture or from Vatican. God here is God from Aztec. So Aztec God, it's more about nature, because like we are around mountains. So basically the territory of Mexico, it's about nature.
Okay.
And God, it's nature. So here is what I like, because in the first poem, it's like, why are we here? And then during the story, the poet answers like, we are here because of nature, because of people, because of community. So this is like a way Aztec culture lived, because they were around mountains, around like rivers, around like small villages all together, small communities. And the way they lived in general, it was more about like sharing words and poetry. So that was one of the importance of Aztec culture. They were well educated, so for them it was pretty important to educate by words, but by poetry, by philosophy.
So that was the communication more back then, and a natural like connection. So when do you write at your best, and Do you ever get like trouble writing, have a writer's block? Like, is there a specific time for you to write at your best?
This poem, or in general in my life?
In general. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like a intense question. Like, I think it's funny, but like for writing you need time and money, right? So you need to.
Inspiration. Like, when do you feel mostly inspired to have you fuel to start writing? Like, is there a specific time of the day? Some people are morning, afternoon, night, late night.
There is no time. There is not really time. When I did this book, the first one, the Aztec, it was about, I just have time and during the whole day to do it. So basically, I sometimes in the like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., but it's something that it's bursting inside of you, so you need it to express.
Yeah. But at least you're lucky. Some writers have writer's block. They just don't always get the sense of a fuel or just the inspiration when needed. So some people have trouble, like, oh, I can't write right now. I need to think some more. Just I'm not motivated enough. So when you have it, like you, and just like that's great. Is there a way you can read a little parts of your book?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So people can have an idea, and then they can go and open the book and read some sample.
I can read like it has like Roman, actually, because I love Roman culture, so it has Roman numbers. Every
yeah, if you want to write, just read a little parts.
Probably like the 11 a poem. There are 36, so I'm gonna read it in Spanish. Los hombres en comunidad encuentran su calma. Acérquense al agua, reposen y beban de ella. It says in English like, people in community, they find peace. Be close to the water, lay down and drink some of water.
Okay.
This is an image of calmness and peace, which I like.
Yeah, I like that connection, pure connection of thing. So it was so great to have you today, and I hope people are gonna take a quick look. Just go Diana Mirrelle on Amazon and just go look up the book, download, read the free version. And where else could they find you, on Instagram or other social media?
Yeah. There is an Instagram for this book. It's Vivir con Flores y Cantos. It has my name, Diana Mirrelle. Mirrelle, and Vivir con Flores y Cantos. Flores y Cantos. I don't know if just with the name.
Yeah, they'll be able to see. This is great. So how long have you been in Mexico, and can you tell us a little bit about the culture here compares to, I've only been here for a month and a half, almost two, so whatever you can tell us. By the way, everybody, I met her through Expat in Mexico. It's a group on Facebook. So yeah, tell me whatever, it would be good for anyone comes here who doesn't really know how it really is.
Yeah, well, about the culture, like in Mexico City, it's just like, it's, as I told you, it's lively and it's still alive. We have pyramids, we have like the tacos every corner, we have museums, yeah, we have like in downtown it's plenty of pyramids, and like Spain and have Aztecs, so that's pretty cool. If you like hiking, it's like mountains all around. And then like Frida Kahlo Museum, she was a painter, as everyone knows. Then like the Anthropology Museum and History, that's really, really good. Like you can find all our, because you know Aztecs were the main culture in Mexico and everyone were paying taxes to them. So basically in the Anthropology and History Museum, you can find all cultures, Aztec and all cultures around Mexico. So that's well, I think that's part of the fun things you can culturally find in Mexico City.
That's great. Yeah, I know there's a lot of museums and archaeology sites, and like I've seen the mountain around, but I haven't seen the pyramid, and I left too soon from Mexico City, like and I'm like, I have to go back and definitely go there, and I can't wait to have a chance to do some hiking. Like that's just amazing. Like for people like who love to do that and love mountain, like they will really be happy to be there, like around those places, because it's not all touristic. Like that's the experience of the tourists who just go in the center and will only see like big shops like Starbucks and all the fast food, and then it feels to me like when I went to the big downtown, it felt really highly modernized, but it was just filled with shop, tourists, and it didn't feel like the real, you know, like you don't experience the real Mexico by staying like here if you don't go outside a little bit in the nature. Like, so yeah, you can't just have that impression. I mean, you gotta go outside of the city.
Definitely, like it has everything. What I like, it's like you can find from like Spain, from Aztec, and also nature. But what it's important to me, it's to be aware that Mexico, it's a country that is like the culture is connected to nature. That's a difference between Romans, between Russians, between Americans, between Vikings. You know, like we are more like we are still connected to nature. That's
Yeah, that's a huge thing. Yeah. And you know, a lot of people think they connected to nature in some other place, but I'm sure they don't get that connection unless they actually know a group of, you know, people who actually live here, like really get to know, you know, the people, and then, you know, see the difference. You know, I grew up in a small village, so I know what nature is like, because there was just like a lot of nature and not too much building. There was 800 people. But then the rest of my life, I was hung up in cities. So I can't wait to get back to living in a country, like someday. Like, I just can't wait. Anyway, it was so nice to meet you. And I definitely just keep connecting with you. And whenever you have updates or any, you know, snippets or things you share, and I will definitely share the book on our group, A New Day, New Story, and my page, Vanessa's podcast, and also the page on LinkedIn. You can also join, Be Creative at 16. And I'm also going to put it on the future page and all the other places so people can find it. So it'll be easier for people to give you feedback and get your book. All right. So nice to meet you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye bye, Vanessa. Thank you.